so here we are with, I'm guessing this is part 9. We're in intermediate part right now. I'm getting the body painted for Ryan Blaney, so that's why it's not present. Uh, the Kevin Harvick build is up here too because I have some stuff that I want to show that I do as I show you how to do it on Blaney's chassis. So, I want to get a couple things out of the way first. Some comments that were made. Jeremy Evans made some comments to get some clarification on some things. So I want to go over those real quick before I go forward. One of the things he commented about was wanted to get clarification on what size rod is used for the for the roll bars. I know I mentioned it before. I'll go over it again. I'm using 1/16 rod for the roll bars and for the steering shaft column. Up next, the fuel lines. I believe he also commented on the fuel lines. Fuel lines, I use 3/64 rod. These are the first two I started. I just switched to using this. I was using 1/16 rod, but it was kind of just a little bit too big. And I was also going through 1/16 rod really quick as well. So I just went down a size to the 3/64. So I use that for the fuel lines. For out back here on the Harvick chassis, which I'm going to do to the Blaney's, is there's what looks like an antenna form. You have the wedge adjustment bolts, and then you have the 3 window bracing pieces. Those are the window bracings, and you the wedge adjustment bolts. For the window bracing, I'm using, it's going to be a .20 rod. And for the wedge adjustment bolts, I'm using .25 rod. So that is all the different size rods that I use on the kit. So that is covered. I hope everybody's on the same. I hope we're all on the same page now. All right. So now we got to add those. So it's real simple, kind of. Let me get some glue out. It's kind of simple, kind of easy. Well, I don't know if it's simple, easy the way I do it. Maybe somebody else has an easier way to do this. So, so what we're going to do here is I already have some already painted from the ones I've been using. So we'll call this the window brace. Put a little bit of glue on here. Yeah, I'm going to use super glue because I need time on my side here. I'm going to do. I don't want all that on there. I'm going to put it in the hole that I drilled before I did the painting. So it's going to sit. So there. Now we have an antenna sticking out, a whip antenna sticking out the back of the tray back there. I'm just going to bend it back a little bit. We want it to be standing up straight at attention. So what we're going to do now, we're going to drop the body over it. This is one reason why I needed how I have. So what we're going to do is, and this is no real science, I'm just going to kind of cut so now I've cut it. Now we're going to see how well. We'll just place the window on top and looks good. So now I'm going to do that the next 2 more times and get everything lined up. It's not lined up in there, as you can see. That's fine. I'll just bend it over a little bit to the left, and it'll be okay. So next up, I want to add the wedge adjustment bolts. So what I need to do real quick, I'm going to grab some tape here. I'm just going to tape the window down real quick. So what we're going to do One of these days I'll get some pre-cut or something and make it easier to do it. But what I'm gonna do, grab do some glue on the end here. And then there's a hole down there. Nice. So now we have it sitting up like that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to be careful. Maybe I might have grabbed the wrong size one. That'd be kind of funny if I did. Okay, no, I got the right one. So we're going to do put the body back on. Cut it. Come on. I think I might have cut that one just a little bit too short down. So there. Now it's in. See, so there it is. So I'll do the other one, the other side. What I normally do is when I put it in, I put the window, I'll show you what I do. Start over again. Find a hole. I'll let that dry for a second. Put the body back on. Alright, so I'm going to do now, I'm going to slide the window on, slide the window down through the hole, get it in place, and now I'm going to come in and so I'm still going to have to trim it just a hair. I'm just going to put it back on. It's still going to be a little bit too high, which is good. Now it's closer to the window, and I'm just going to cut just a hair off the top. Let's see if that. Nope, let me take a little bit more off. So there we go. Nice, good fit. So that's how I do those. I said I also do the windshield one. I also do the front window one. A little more, same basic formula. Stick it in the hole. And then you're actually gonna bend it forward. But you're gonna be careful not to snap it in two. I'm going to bend it forward a little bit, and then cut, and then put the windshield on. I don't have a windshield handy right now, but you kind of get the idea. Same principle as doing the rear. You're going to use the window to to measure how high you need to cut. There's probably an easier way to do that. That's how I do it. So that is that. So one other thing while we're here, trying to keep these videos short. It's not working. One other thing I want to point out, Jeremy Evans also asked about when lowering the ride height, does that affect any of the under hood stuff? Meaning, is it going to cause is there going to be, clearance issues and whatnot? No. Everything under is going to be fine. You don't have to worry about that. What you do need to worry about, this is an issue. And I've already done another. So as you can see, the issue is the throttle body needs to be cut down a little bit, because what happens is if everything is in place out of the box, you have the air cleaner on, when you set the body on, see what happens? See, I'll show you again. when you set the body on, it pops the hood up. So, what you're going to do is you're going to take the body back off. What we're going to do is we are going to just simply take some cutters, and we're just going to go about halfway down. Just going to cut it off. Get the top off, simple as that. Now this is not going for accuracy. This is going for you're going to glue the airbox on, and nobody's going to know any different. And then you're just going to sometimes you might have to open up the hole. I think we're going to have to do that on this one real quick. Boop. Put the hole real quick, real simple. Put it in the hole. Air cleaner's on there. Now it actually sits on. It actually fits better. And boom, there you go. Simple, easy fix. Now, there's a caveat to that. You need to think ahead for when you're getting everything built. I can't zoom any farther. I'm not using the other camera. When you're working on the engine and you add the fuel rail on the manifold, you're going to want to trim some of the mounting, some of the circular. You're going to want to trim down the front mounting holes. Remove the mounting tabs on the front of the fuel rail, and we're not talking much, just remove just a little bit of the mounting hole, just a little bit, like a hair. And then there's going to be 2 more circular spots in between the rear mounting hole. Just kind of shave those down just a little bit. Leave the rear mounting holes and the rear mounting tabs in place on the fuel rail, but smooth everything else underneath the fuel rail down. And then, so what's going to happen is when you place the fuel rail on the manifold, it's going to sit like, you want it to sit like this. You want it to sit at a little bit of an angle instead of sitting straight. That way when you put the air cleaner on, it's going to kind of sit too at an angle. Or it'll allow the air cleaner to kind of sit at an angle when you put it on, because when the hood's at an angle, so everything will fit nice. So that's a couple of things that I do there. So I have gone on long enough. This has been a longer video than I wanted. We'll get to part 10. We'll cover some more stuff. Thanks for watching.